Alright. So, tonight's wee project is to mock up the mount which is going to sit behind the bumper here for the wing. What I'll do is I'm just going to mock it up and then I'll get it welded up tomorrow. So basically I've got some 40 by 40 by 3, just some box section here, and a bit of 100 by 5 plate. So we're gonna basically run the box section out of here, across the back and into here, with most likely a wee brace just down to here. The two struts going up and off this mount back onto the mounts here, and the wing will sit out here. That's the plan. So we'll start mocking up this, cutting this up. My drop saw's got missing teeth, so I'm going to be using the grinder, but it's all good. Let's get some work done. So what I want to do is basically chuck this rear bumper on into place there. Obviously just realised sort of roughly where this sits so that the box section can sit, you know, down inside here without, so the bumper can basically go straight back on. I'll get it sitting just under that little rollover there, and that's really the only clearance in it. So probably down, and also how far out maximum I can get it out. But let's get some measurements and then see how we go. So I've cut the initial piece, 900mm long, which will be the bit that goes across here, obviously under the bumper, just to get an idea of how it sits with the bumper. I'll just pull that off again. Got a good 150 odd mil from there. So this bar here, this can sit about 55mm just off the hatch there, and those ends will then just creep in on the curves of the bumper on the inside. So what I'll do is I'll put the camera down, I'll have a quick measure up, and I'll cut the bits which are going to head back to the body and show you them. Alright, so I got these plates cut. So the idea is that these here will simply bolt on there to the car either side. So I've just worked out where I need that crossbar to be. The old jack comes in handy. Pin the bracket there, and measured bracket to, what do you want to call this, cross brace, 120mm. I'm not mitering the corners or anything, there's absolutely no point. It's not seen, it's there to mount it to the chassis, and that's its job. So here we go, 120 from there to there, and cut those, start putting them together, bracket them together. For the meantime, we'll get them welded up tomorrow. So I've just chucked a couple brackets. So you start to get a bit of an idea of how I envisioned this bracket to sit. So it's going to sit just like that, and then these plates here to there, which will then in turn bolt to the body. This here sitting and standing on its own, and then we'll try bumper fitment, see how we get on. There she is. Alright, she's bolted on. Let's see if this bumper fits. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Not bad at all. Wonder how close it is. So that's touching, and if you see down there, that side's touching, so that's absolutely perfect. I'm gonna be happy with that. Awesome, stoked. That's nice. I'm just going for the plate and just a third bracket, just straight back, bolted straight back. And that's, you know, like I said, that's going to be overkill as it is. That's heaps. So that's where I'm going to leave that. I'll just mark this. Again, get this welded up tomorrow. Got the mounts, as I mentioned in the last video here, to get welded up with the other bits here. Obviously again, oversized, so I can cut these down. Wing mounts, get those welded on there, and then I can start looking at making the brackets which come out from here and the ones down to here. That's it for today. You guys don't have to wait for the welding, but I do, so Alright, here we are again. It's a fairly cool winter's morning. It's Friday morning, Easter, day off, excellent. And I've got a few treats here. We're working on the wing mount, and I've had this all welded up. So as you can see, had a guy at work weld this up nicely for me, and I haven't test fitted it yet. Also got some wing mounts welded one piece. Now this is a bit thin. That there is the wing mount. It's just loosely bolted on. See how they look. This side here is looking good, and it's, you know, it's feeling nice and solid. Alright, here we go. That is awesome, perfect, exactly how I'd hoped. Dummy mounted on there. Let's see if that bumper fits. Properly happy with that. No complaints there, that just fits just so snug. I'm going to somehow get it sitting roughly where it needs to be up in here. So I'm a little bit up in the air about what to do here, but I'm just going to start with this, and it can always be replaced, but I'm going to mount this to the hatch. Obviously just temporarily just sit it there. That one the same, get these hanging out, and then just start figuring it out where the wing's going to go really. So what I've done is just loosely, and I mean very loosely to test out, bolted these bits of angle here onto the hatch, and I've just got the wings, so literally just sitting there. It's not on the correct angle or anything, so don't pay too much attention to that, but just getting a bit of an idea where it's going to sit. So just prop that up just to get the angle of attack more or less how it would be. Again, don't pay much attention to the brackets, they would be cut and trimmed, but I am kind of liking the look of this though. You can kind of see my setup here. Jack, propping it up. I've come to realise I really don't like, you know, these bits of angle as permanent mounts, so I think more so like you know, a bit of plate which bolts on there with just a single upright like this, a nice thick one that goes back. You know, there's no need for all this flat surface area to disrupt airflow. Alright, as I was just saying, I'm not happy with these brackets. So I was lucky, as it's a holiday here, one of the engineers was down at the workshop, so I shot down. I've just got him to weld up these brackets for me. Now I can mount off these here instead, and I can shape this here nicely up to here at a later stage. Yeah, so it's going to be a hell of a lot better for airflow. I don't have all of this here trying to pick up air as well. So what I'll do is I'll get to mounting these onto here, and I picked up a couple of these on the way back, which is 25 by 3 tube. So starts to come together a bit now. That's going to hole saw a hole through here. This is the plan at the moment. Hole saw a hole through here for this to go into, straight through there, and somehow I'll cut this down, and I'm going to figure a way to slice and mount it onto here. So I made a bit of a mistake earlier. When I got these welded before, I got the plate you know, welded just square. And of course I went to mount it and the brackets were facing down. So I chopped them off, cut a wee angle, and as you can see now we're facing slightly upwards, which is what I want. I'll mount this one here, I'll mount that one on there, and we're back to where I was before. Rightio, now bolted on. Let's just figure out how I'm going to mount this onto here. So we got the first, I guess the first step kind of done. I've established sort of the height of the wing and the angle of attack, which will be adjustable, but initially at least. I've just bolted these on just to hold it where it's going to go, get a bit of an idea. I've leveled that up, make sure it's all square, da-da-da. I can start running the uprights, and if I clamp these up, we start getting basically a bit of an idea of the finished product. I like it a lot. What I'm really stoked about as well is how sturdy sideways it is. Like literally pushing on this, the lateral movement of it, which I was concerned about, is non-existent. I'm just about to hole saw some holes through here for the uprights to sit in. There we go, that's the holes drilled in here. So I plumbed these down and then went half a hole across, as what I'm going to do is cut this in half like that, and then give this sort of a notch to sit into. In fact, just thinking out loud, what I should have done is just cut this straight down the middle and slot that over. I think that's what I might do. So I've just mounted these uprights. Probably won't tidy those up yet. But yeah, essentially that's what it's going to be. So yeah, I end up slotting these, as you can see, to fit in there. I'll drill, I'm going to cut that down probably. I'll drill holes in here, which will make this adjustable if need be, quite easily. I'm not quite sure what shape sort of these will end up as yet, but of course cut those down. Sideways movement is just nothing at all. Like, that's probably the best part, is that there is zero sideways movement. Not going to need cross brace or anything to hold that. A bit more tidying up to do. And right, I've just trimmed out the bumper, but just slotted it there and there, easy peasy. As you can see, it just fits beautifully over all that, hides it all. back at it again, Saturday now, and I've just come out and started to trim down the bracket from this to that. Not 100% on the shape, but I'll take this to work and, you know, round the corners and get it looking a lot nicer with the linisher. But just getting the basic shape at the minute. I'm not 100% on the back here, how I'm going to end it and make it look nice. Just kind of winging it again, as I have with this whole rear end so far. So for now, that's basically the brackets complete. Other than I'll take them to work and just, you know, round the corners, make them look a bit nicer. But I'm pretty happy with that shape of them. Yeah, I'm not super pleased with the actual wing mounts themselves. Maybe I'll remake them in the future, but I definitely want to get some testing under my belt with this, using sector times first. Laterally, even though I've cut the brackets, we're still super stable sideways. There's no movement. I've really got to push on that to get it to move at all. So right, let's cut these bad boys. Bit of a look at the wing profile here as well. Legit foil shape, like I said, it's E423 aerodynamic profile. Again, I'm not an aero master, but it all counts and it's all fun to learn. So cutting the end plates out. So I've just cut the end plates out off my template. Basically just clamped two bits of aluminium together, so they're both exactly the same, as you can see. And again, I'll take these to work and I'll just finish up the edges on the linisher and make them look nice. End plates are cut out and on out of aluminium, and it's all looking pretty good. Bumper on, fits beautifully. That's essentially the wing more or less done, other than just tidying up some edges, and yeah, choice. So that's my DIY chassis mounted spoiler video, I guess. If you got any suggestions of how it could have been better, if you got any suggestions on anything, hey, feel free to chuck them in the comments. Anyway guys, if you got this far through the video, thanks for sticking around this long. Just a couple words to end it out. You know, I've really pieced this video together as I've gone. I know it's pretty shabby in the whole way it's done, but yeah, I was keen to get something together for it, and I'm no video editor or videographer, so it is what it is. But yeah, I hope if you did watch it all, you enjoyed it. Again, if you've got any suggestions, chuck them in the comments. And the next project is to get the aluminium dash in, which I may start tomorrow, and just keep pushing forward with the car. Until next time.